what's up? Prince Sports here. I want to talk to you guys about the New York Knicks. Um, there's a rumor going around that they're looking to trade for Devin Booker. Now, Knicks getting Devin Booker is a good thing, but the bad part to this is the effects of it, the after effects. What else are you giving or building around for Devin Booker, right? What else are you going to give this guy to help him win? You're pretty much giving him the Phoenix Suns of the East Coast, because you're not going to have any other pieces other than RJ Barrett to help him out. And this kind of hurts his chances, the Knicks' chances of getting Chris Paul, because they want Chris Paul too. So you pull this trade, Devin Booker goes to the Knicks for Julius Randle, Frank Nikita, and a 2020 first round draft pick. That's a lot to give up for Devin Booker. And at that point, you're still going to be a lottery team. So he's going to face another year of losing again and a rebuilding process with the New York Knicks. Now, the question, is it worth it to bring an all-star, a potential all-star in for 3 players? The most logic answer is yes. But what are you going to do after that? What other moves you going to make? Because OKC is not going to give Chris Paul up for nothing. You ain't going to give them no draft picks, no Julius Randle. You know, then what do the Knicks have to offer for Chris Paul at this point? Because you're giving away the pieces that most likely OKC would have wanted. So that takes CP3 out the mix, period. What do you do after that? You know, here's the thing. Let's say you get Devin Booker, right? And you get RJ Barrett. You're going to have to try to pick up some little veterans for the cheap, you know. But you're going to have a hard time rebuilding and turning that team into a win. You know, Devin Booker will not be happy, or he would not re-sign with the Knicks if they're just horsing around. You get him on the team with a bunch of inexperienced players, nothing around him, he's going nowhere. You know, he's going to be in the same situation he is in with the Phoenix Suns, taking L's all day. Okay, now let's say they do get him, right? He's going to be your cornerstone, your franchise piece then. Your second guy would be RJ Barrett. If I'm the Knicks, I'm going to go after DeMarcus Cousins. He's a risk, but he's a low risk, high reward. If he could give you anything closely to what he used to give you, he may not be able to put up all-star numbers, but if he could give you 16 a game, you have a decent big 3 with those guys. Then you're going to go out and look for some veteran pieces to fill in the gaps, you know, to bring in the pieces. Maybe you sign Rajon Rondo if the Lakers don't re-sign him, you know, or if the Lakers let him go. There's also Avery Bradley if the Lakers let him go. So there's always going to be seasoned veterans you're going to put around them. But if the Knicks want to be in a win-now mode, they need to get the right pieces around Devin Booker. And that takes them almost, if they just get him on the team, then they're going to take a lot of L's. He's going to complain. And New York media is going to throw Devin Booker under the bus because he won't be equaling to wins with that team. They will have a young, exciting team, but nothing else to go on. You know, they will have to tank for another season, meaning they will have to wait for 2021 to come around. Maybe they could get a higher draft pick in 2021, but that's another season Devin Booker will go without going to the playoffs. Now, he was quoted saying that he's getting tired of missing the playoffs. You know, he wants to actually go to the playoffs. Now, him and RJ, can they pull it off? Can they go to the Knicks? It's possible. They could probably reach an AFC, if that's possible, depending on the landscape of the Eastern Conference, if they could get away with that. So you never know, you know, what they could pull off, you know. But my final thoughts on this is: do you pull the trigger if you're the Knicks? Do you go to the Phoenix Suns and say, "Hey, we give you Devin Booker for such and such piece," and Devin Booker would have to request a trade from the Phoenix Suns. I know he's unhappy there, but he's still not making a big enough noise to say that he wants to leave. So it's going to be hard to see him leave that team. But if he requests, do you pull that off for the Phoenix Suns? Depending on who you get in that draft pick, I think the draft pick could be the most significant piece that you'll be looking at, because the Phoenix Suns, you're basically asking to restart yourselves. No matter what happens, if you get rid of Devin Booker, the Phoenix Suns are still a losing team. And he has better chances of winning on the Phoenix Suns with them building up every year with rookies and stuff, because they're halfway there with a lot of promising players, than the Knicks. You know? So I don't see how it benefits the Phoenix Suns. It just puts them back in another situation to be a lottery team. Same with the Knicks. It really don't help no team unless they add more to it. So the question is, what else are you adding to the Phoenix Suns? What else are you adding to the New York Knicks to help build these teams? Because a trade, on hindsight, if you just look at those trades, it's not making that much sense for both teams. It's really a lose-lose situation for both teams. So if I'm the Knicks, I may not pull the trigger on that. I'll go after CP3 instead. And I could still be a lottery team from there. You know? What you think? Peace.